Nah, I'm just gonna be a homeless loser, dead nobody. Because I gotta slaughter the nations all night. So I thought I would get here really early, spoil the truckers like on autopilot. So I'm gonna try to do everything I can do for the truckers like before they even get through the night. Because I gotta slaughter up most enemy countries and more all night with all the gods. And then here we go. Bloodbath Death Central everywhere all the fucking time. And the name of the game too, like, so you gotta slaughter up the enemies. You gotta force them to be liquid, sickening, screaming death and still keep doing this agenda to rape and murder the dead god, shove shit on it, blah, blah, blah shit forever. Then you gotta get everybody to go find 5 billion tons of new men and women that cannot rape, murder, and shove shit on shit enough. Then you gotta help them be smart enough in pure liquid screaming death to still remember their normal 666 premeditated agenda of getting everyone to treat her like the dead, fuck you, overloaded garbage, fucking goddamn joke of the century that leads to the rape and murder of her, shit all over her, act like you're noble about it, and move on to the next crimes. And get them all to commit enough crime, each and every soul, to be dead and gone, each and every soul. And it sucks. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And this one guy walked up and said, "Why didn't you just tell me I'm disgusting and gross?" And I was like, the same reason you wouldn't tell me that you're disgusting and gross. Like, where are you headed with that? And he's like, "Why didn't you just say you're a god and you hate me and I'm disgusting?" Yeah, I don't know. Why would you be a man, follow everywhere I am to treat me like overdone shit and garbage with countries that murdered and raped me, and not just walk up to my face and say, "I can't wait to treat you like dead garbage shit, you fucking nothing dead god," and die when I get there for doing it? Why don't you sit and tell the truth? And he was like, I don't know. I was like, well, that's why I don't tell the truth. I let you tell me what you deserve, because you don't just walk up to, I know. The guy was like, "I'm a straightforward." No, you're not a straightforward guy. You stalked me and stalked me. You invited the whole world, all your friends and your family, to gawk and mistreat and gawk and mistreat, bond with the countries that murdered and raped me, and go to town with it. You're a sick, disturbed sicko that needs to die. Why would I be straightforward and honest to a bunch of shady sickos? Like, duh, I wouldn't tell you the truth when you wouldn't tell me the truth. If you're a straightforward good man that really did work with all these gods from 2 years old or whatever, you'd walk up to my face and say, "Bonnie, I don't want to know these countries, but I've seen you. I wouldn't want to know you either. You look like some, stupid nothing nobody. So I'm going to say goodbye to God, because anything I do or say, that's what it means anyway. And, I don't want anything to do with these murder or rape happy countries, and goodbye." Like, it's that fucking easy. But you have to go around me and be so fucking sick and disgusting and abusive and getting your every fucking family member and random strangers and then bring everybody to be so gross against the death of God or whatever the fuck I'm going through. You need to die. They all do. And all I have to do is watch them make fun of me, treat me like shit, and bond with the countries that murdered me. And they all die all the same way. Because it's just so god-awful fun to be this gross to a dead god. And I don't think that they should ever be able to wake up and live. That is not right. I died giving them everything. All I ever asked was for nothing. And that's, I'm not going to do anything but kill all of them forever. I'm going to kill and kill and kill every soul. One wrong move, one wrong word, and I'm just going to kill them all. Right through their soul forever. And I don't give a shit. But like Like, don't you get it? You're going to be shady and gross and abusive to the death of God, and I'm going to what? Be straightforward? No, I'm going to be shady and weird too, and make sure you die extra, extra, extra for being so gross when you could have just said, I want to go bond with murder and rape happy countries. Bye, fuck you. I mean, good. But anyway, so these guys that brought like everything ever known to do against me, all I ever did was I stole their first masturbation, and I was always the first girl they had sex with. And that was only so that I could die enough to save their mothers and fathers and stuff if they fucked up or something. And you had to have the best of their sexual existence, or you could not save their family. So even if I wanted to die instead of their mother, if I didn't take the best of their sexual existence, I wouldn't be able to die for their mother. And that was the only fucking thing I have ever goddamn forced myself on those people about. That was it. Other than that, they're just some kids that started at 2 years old and swore they wanted to be the greatest giants of God. But they'd rather rape and murder with countries and treat me like shit all day. That's it. There's nothing else. And I swear, like, they need to fucking die forever and not ever talk to me. I've never done anything to these people. I just had my first children that were theirs, and we died together. And that was all I ever did. And I had to have our first children. And I tried to get killed by the devil in secret. So I had to steal their first masturbation, and I had to steal their first sex. And I always had to at least have one of their first children. That's in case their dad, if I had to die for their dad, the first child is what the devil made me do. So I had to get pregnant at least once, and a main enemy devil slaughtered me and all those children, so I could save their families if I needed to, while they were training with all these god ghosts trying to be the ultimate daddy of God or giant of gods. But now they just want to rape and murder with a bunch of sicko countries. They never even became anything else. But still, the point is they're getting mad at me about like I was doing something. That's all I was doing. So if you're going to go to court with a bunch of gods, that was my big sin and crime, is that I did own their first child and their first sexual moments. And it was just in case, like Jesse Arias, my enemies tried to kill them or their families, I would have leverage. And that was it. And I didn't do anything else. I wish all death upon all of them. I feel really bad that gods have to put up with this. Because all these gods just wanted to watch some man be some hero of God or some giant beautiful man walking with the angels and gods one day. And all they did was rape me, murder me, shove shit all over me, and bond with the United States and Dubai, and how fun it is to do those things to me. You know, I can't bitch though, because I can make them pay back my first child and I dying when they weren't worth anything. You know, so I can't really bitch about it, because I can get the restitution and justice that a God deserves for destroying my death when I was already dying down here. For some gross weirdo that just want to play games with a bunch of god ghosts. But those are the kind of conversations I have to have with a bunch of sick, disturbed, gross people, telling me why don't I just walk up to their face and call them gross and disgusting, when they don't say anything honestly to my face and sit around with rape and murder of dead god countries doing the most disgusting shit ever known. Like, okay, whatever. But anyway, I gotta get everybody dead and broken. And then pretty soon these countries are just gonna be dead garbage walking. You'll know, because you'll look right at them and their eyes are just pure liquid, sickening death. So if you do work in government buildings, I should probably warn you guys. When you look at their eyes, it's like death screaming, and it's unbearably unsurvivable to even look at them. But you guys might want to get good at it to remember the buttered bread you guys liked so much against my existence, and where you might end up in the whole scheme